Mahabharata, one of the greatest epics of India's mythology history. But before the Mahabharata war even began, there was a warrior whose strength was said to be unmatched, whose arrows could end battles in moments. Yet his name is forgotten by most. His story is rarely told in temples or textbooks. His name was Barbarik, the grandson of Bhima, but destined never to fight in Kurukshetra. Today, we will uncover the untold tale of Barbarik, the greatest warrior who never fought. Barbarik was the son of Ghatotkacha, and thus the grandson of Bhima. His mother Morvi raised him alone after his father was killed. From his earliest years, Barbarik showed unmatched skills in warfare, and by the blessings of Lord Shiva and Goddess Shakti, he obtained 3 celestial arrows. These arrows made him invincible. The first arrow would mark the targets. The second would mark what not to destroy. And the third, once released, would destroy all the chosen targets in an instant. With these arrows and his supreme archery, Barbarik became known as the Teen Baan Dhari, the warrior of 3 arrows. Barbarik was a warrior of principle. He made a vow he would always fight on the weaker side in any battle. This was a noble promise, but also a dangerous one. For whichever side he supported, his power would tip the balance, making them stronger. And when the other side became weaker, he would switch again. This meant that in the war of Mahabharata, Barbarik alone could ensure that the war would never end. It would go on endlessly, with him constantly shifting sides. When news of this young warrior reached Bhagwan Krishna, he decided to test him. Disguised as a Brahmin, Bhagwan Krishna approached Barbarik. He asked, "With only 3 arrows, how will you fight a war that involves millions?" Barbarik smiled and said, "One arrow is enough to destroy everything in the world if I so wish. The second arrow can bring it back, and the third will decide who must be destroyed." Bhagwan Krishna was astonished. He realized that no army, not even the Pandav or Kaurav, could control this warrior. Barbarik's vow and his unmatched power could doom the entire war. Bhagwan Krishna then revealed his true identity. He told Barbarik that his presence in the war would cause imbalance and endless bloodshed. Bhagwan also asked him for his head as a sacrifice to ensure victory for Dharma. Without hesitation, Barbarik agreed. He bowed his head and with his own hands offered his life. His only request was to witness the war of Kurukshetra till the very end. Bhagwan Krishna blessed him. Barbarik's head was placed on a mountain overlooking the battlefield, from where he watched every moment of the great war unfold. It is said, when asked later who truly won the Mahabharata, Barbarik's head replied, "It was Krishna alone who won the war. All else were merely instruments." Barbarik's sacrifice is one of the greatest stories of devotion and duty in Indian mythology, and yet his name is forgotten outside folk traditions. In parts of Rajasthan and Gujarat, he is worshipped as Khatu Shyamji, the god who listens to the prayers of the humble. But in mainstream Mahabharata retellings, Barbarik's story is barely mentioned. Was it because his power overshadowed the heroes we know, or because his sacrifice was too painful to remember? Whatever the reason, Barbarik remains a hidden chapter in our epic history. So next time you think of Mahabharata, remember not just Arjun, Bhim or Karna, but also Barbarik. The warrior who could have ended the war in a single day but chose to sacrifice over destruction. His story is not just about strength, but it's also about wisdom, humility, and surrender to Dharma. So tell me, do you believe Barbarik should be remembered more than he is today? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more forgotten legends, don't forget to subscribe to Forgotten Indian Epics. Namaste.